Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux with another edition of the Weekly News Roundup. Let me switch that light off there just in case you need to save some battery power. It was just better to see the kitty with that light on. So anyway, I hope everybody is doing well today on this fun Weekly News Roundup. It is a good show. We actually have some robotics news. If you did not see what's going on in the wonderful world of robots right now, be ready to be terrified. Oh, lordy. Yeah, our world is going doom and gloom. I'm fighting with camera angles right now, just so you guys know. Right before the show, literally at 8:56 my time, my camera mount decided it did not want to be a camera mount anymore. So I had to swap and do some jerry-rigging around, and what I am using right now has no granular control. So I'm actually propping it up with a little composition book, and it seems okay. So that's good. Not exactly where I would like it to be, but it does seem okay. And hey, with this setup, I don't even really need to spend more money if I don't want to. But we'll see, because more camera equipment's always good. Well, I hope you guys are all doing well. Sam, Future Pilot, it is good to see you back online. It's 3 a.m. where you are. Ugh. You're either having insomnia, or you woke up, or you really like this show. But we are glad you are here in any case. Jeffrey says, U.S. doesn't make any sense. Next 5 days, we are canning tomato soup in 55-gallon drums for the winter. Yes, do not post that on Facebook. If you guys didn't see it, I didn't cover it in the news, but we covered it. My friends and I had a good chuckle about this one. If you actually post right now canning and preserving foods on Facebook, you are listed by Facebook as an extremist. Yeah, kind of fun. Senjoro, how are you doing? Yoga Man, strike a light. These 2 a.m. live streams are terrible for the UK. I know, I'm sorry, and I used to do live streams earlier in the day on Wednesdays, but the whole hashtag van life thing, I just don't want to. Maybe I will when I'm on the road. I'm actually should be leaving State College here soon. I did post a 10-week perspectives video on the Van Life channel today. If you have not seen that channel and you would like to, that is at Tux Traveler on YouTube. And my apologies for the alternative tech folks, but I am only running that channel on YouTube for the time being. It's fairly non-controversial content, so we'll give it a go right now, and then maybe we'll look down the road for putting it elsewhere later. But anyway, that is at Tux Traveler on YouTube. And if you need a link, I'm sure one of the mods would be glad to drop it in there. At least you have control of. Yes, Firefox did decide to update itself on my Linux Mint. Well, really, I finally decided to update one of my Linux Mint computers today. And that included the brand new Firefox, which turned on a whole bunch of Firefox nonsense. So I spent about 20 minutes rehardening Firefox today. How exciting. Yes, Captain Kirk went into space, but he almost ran into my spaceship. Let's see. KO2610, your number has been called. Hello, Dan. Greetings, greetings. And the Moonbase Alpha Gray aliens are following around the Blue Origin spaceships. I know, I think it's my turn to follow them next week, right? I think it is. What do you think of the new Ubuntu 21.10 release? I don't know yet. I have downloaded it, and I will be doing a video. I was originally planning on doing that video tomorrow, but it came down to either a Van Life channel or a video for Switch to Linux tomorrow, and I wanted to do the Van Life channel to make sure that that channel is growing. And then a friend of mine texted me and said, hey, all my computer parts are in. Can we build that computer tomorrow? So tomorrow I will be building a computer instead of working on a video. So I will get out a video about Ubuntu 21.10. Maybe that is what I do on Monday. So it is in my target to talk about. 2 a.m. in UK, 4 a.m. there. Wow, where are you at? 3 a.m. there. Tired. Hello, Joseph. Continually tweaking my new 2022 plasma theme. Had to get rid of the budgie style sidebar since it was causing some glitches. It was rather pointless anyway. All right. Shh, the cat is sleeping. I slept once. Outdated concept. Medical watches are mandated. Uh-oh. Not yet, but we're getting close. We now have an official FDA-approved medical smartwatch we will be talking about in the news today. If you have not read the video title. Hear about NVIDIA stopping Ampere production to keep prices high for the upcoming refresh. No! But I did hear about the pharmaceutical company that is raising, I think they're charging 4,000% markup on the creation of a Koofy drug that was fully funded. The development was fully funded by the American taxpayers. So, yeah, maybe I should just join the Marxists and be like down with big tech or something. I don't know. I have no plans on joining the Marxists right now. But I'm not leaving it off the table entirely. I do want to believe in business, just not corrupted business. Yeah, we will not be talking about that news article because koofies. Also on maybe related news, I have finally fixed all the 2FA stuff that Google is trying to do. I'm curious if that's going to affect how much Google recommends the channel to people. So let me know if you see an increase in recommendations after succumbing to two-factor authentication so we can keep the Switch to Linux channel alive. And no, Rob Braxton is not correct. You do not have to use a phone number for that. It's not a ploy for Google to get your phone number. I still do not use phones for anything other than basic communication. And that does not include SMS messages, two-factor authentication apps, or anything else of that nature. So, missed watching the show? Well, welcome back. Hopefully, I'm not sure when the last time was you were here. Hopefully, it is more refined now than it has been in the past. And also, if you have not been following the videos in general, I am now actually broadcasting mobily from a van. I am actually on the side of a mountain that somehow on the side of this mountain, I still get 22 Mbps upload speeds. So it's a great place to live stream. It's in the middle of nowhere. And really the only problem is if some psychopathic maniac shows up and says, hey, a murder victim, because we're all in the middle of nowhere together. But, you know, he'll have to get through, and by that time I can get me a boomstick or a hatchet, one of the two, and then we can just have an epic fight out here live as the door's kind of behind me, and that would be really cool. It'll go viral like that. Oh, well. Anyway, Windows 11 is mandated. No! Ubuntu 21.10 is one of the worst releases in recent memory. Oh boy, I'll have fun things to talk about. Robots control YouTube, and they will tell you what videos to watch. Yes, I have noticed that they will keep promoting the same videos over and 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 over, even if you're like, I don't care. They're like, I don't care if you don't care. Man went to repair a bike as Good Samaritan. Bike wound up being stolen out of a shed and called the police to turn in the thief. Interesting. I can a lot. Just bought 5 boxes of jars. Yeah. Don't post that on Facebook. Don't be posting on Facebook. The whole world's burning down. Come on. Tux Traveler. Thank you, Dan, for putting that in. That is the YouTube channel. It's YouTube.com/C/Tux Traveler. Impolite Cat. Hello. Hey, I have a cross-country meet tomorrow at noon, so I'll be here for the premiere. There will not be a premiere tomorrow. I did not get the chance to get the video out. I was toying with the idea of live streaming. Then my friend says, hey, can you come build that computer tomorrow? I'm like, yes. So we'll do that. DT did a video about the new Ubuntu. Looks bad. All right, I'll have a look. What distro do you use? Actually, I use Linux Mint for production. I use Endeavor OS for media. So I stay in a Debian/Ubuntu family and in an Arch family. NVIDIA releasing a new driver to improve Wayland performance. Terminal for life. Hello. Did you say hello? No, I said hello, but that's close enough. Will there ever be an IRC or Matrix server? Probably. I have promised a Matrix server for a while. Life kind of blew up last month, and like I said, I was planning on actually leaving State College over a month ago, and a bunch of weird stuff happened. I ended up having to file a lawsuit against somebody, and then after doing that, and they're like, oh crap, this guy's serious and he's going to win our socks off, we negotiated and settled a closing. So I went back yesterday and dropped the lawsuit. And so that's actually why I'm still in State College. And so it was a giant, ugly mess, and it really did interfere with doing a lot of the things I needed to get done. 4 weeks ago, something like that. Okay, so you've been around for a while. Better download speed than I have. Yeah, I know. Well, down. I think it's symmetrical. It's about 28 down, 22 up. And I have raspberry royal tea today. For those that keep tabs on the tea that I like to drink, I am at raspberry today. I was having lemon for like the last 3 times I had tea, 3 or 4 times. I'm done with lemon for a couple days. Go to raspberry. So. That raspberry tea is good. That's also really good with honey, but I use the rest of the honey up here, and the next batch of honey I have is buried in the garage of the van, and maybe I'll pull it out tomorrow. I don't know. Side of the mountain and gets 21s faster than upload speeds in UK on a copper wire. Yeah, I know, right? Good Lord, better upload speed than me, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I know. DT was so shocked at how bad it was. His hair fell out. He didn't have hair. Fall is finally arriving here. Yes, fall is finally arriving here too. I had to fill up my my diesel fuel the other day for my heater. Although it's 80 today, so I don't need it now, but I'm sure I will need it in the next couple weeks. I did actually draw some down. Last week was actually pretty cold, so was it 2 weeks ago? It was pretty cold, so I was running the heater for a while. You dual boot Mint and Endeavor, I think. I don't dual boot them. I have different computers that run different things. So my main streaming computer is Linux Mint. That computer draws a lot of power, so I minimize the amount of time it's on because my entire life runs on batteries right now. My Micro Tower, which is, that one is my media PC. That does not draw a lot of power. That one runs Endeavor. Move to uploading all my new content to library rather than YouTube because YouTube content moderation. Yes. Oh, you got symmetrical-ish Xfinity. There you go. Hello, Juana. Greetings. All right. Well, we are a little later than usual at starting our news, so let's go ahead and get jumping in. Fortunately, our privacy, I think our news is, I don't know, a little short. I think it would be pretty short if I didn't find a few robotics articles. So let's go ahead and get on into there. And I think I need to pull up. That is my affiliate. Let's get started. One more separate team. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to catch the show live, or you can just go ahead and watch this edited replay at slightly higher resolution. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right on in. We have privacy, we have some security, and we have 2 robotics stories that just had to be covered. So we are covering those as well. So today first, for 1Password's latest feature lets you safely share passwords with just a link. Of course, if you have a 1Password account, you can simply share them. It's very much like Dropbox or Google or Nextcloud, if you were, how they share a link. Has an extra little safety nidget in that if you are a 1Password user, it will prompt you for a login. If you are not, you have to re-enter your email and receive an authorization code to open it up. So they have actually added some extra security. So it's decent in that respect. The reason I put it in privacy news is this legitimately gives 1Password your email when you're like, I don't have an account. And I'm wondering if they're going to use those emails to like, hey, you should create an account. Next week, hey, you should create an account. 2 days later, hey, you should create an account. Where's the no button? So I don't know if they're going to do that, but still, this is a case of you saying, I have a great, amazing password manager because I don't know that big tech storing all my passwords is stupid. Because you're a normie. You're like, I'm going to send you a password. And you're like, and they're like, stop giving big tech my email address. And I had a client that had, I think he had LastPass. Like, here's a LastPass. You click the link. Oh, create your LastPass account. Get this. Screw you. I'm like, call him back. You're going to have to export as something in an open format. He's kind of used to me by now, so I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. But anyway, once again, I will reiterate here, I would not ever recommend using 1Pass, LastPass, or any other online password manager. If you have to use an online one, Bitwarden is the best because it is fast and well audited, but even then, I would use an offline password manager because if that thing leaks, your whole life is leaking, and that's going to be a really bad day. Well, from The Guardian, the U.S. schools gave kids laptops during the COVID pandemic And then the school spied on those little children. If we can save one child's life, it's worth it. Just don't say that in Loudoun County because, yeah. We can't save that child's life if that child is hurt at the hands of a tranny loony. But nevertheless, according to a survey, 81% of teachers in America said their schools monitor devices, and students are not always aware. So basically the gist of this is the whole, the whole concept of some people don't have computers, some people do. So the students that didn't have computers, the schools give them computers. The problem is those computers provided by the schools were oftentimes loaded down with spyware. In some instances, the parents and the students were aware of this. In some instances, they were not aware of this. Now, out here in State College, because equity is a huge thing out here and people have lost their ever-loving minds, they give actually Chromebooks to every student. And of course, they lock all the DNS to the school, and the school spies on 100% of everything that they do, and that may or may not be known to the students. I really just don't remember. But I have had to fix people's computers and bust them out of the school network because the school DNS system went down one time, and the kid calls me up like, I got to do homework, and I can't get on my computer. I go over and I'm like, oh, they're just tying your system over there. Boom! And I broke the computer free, and he now had a spy-free computer. So it's possible to do these fun things. But this is kind of the problem. Now, what the school said is the school justified this by talking about, oh, there's bullies, and the bullies could lead to either bang-bang-ups, like happened down in Texas before, the bang-bang-up person, after beating somebody up, is now walking free on the streets the next day because, no one's actually taking this seriously. They're just wanting to pretend in some circumstances, and other circumstances shove it under the rug. But the other problem you get with bullying is, and you don't want that to happen to students. And so the schools are starting to monitor what they're doing and looking for the trends and being like, we're just going to watch for all these little cues, and then we're going to go ahead and send police and resource officers to your school, to your house, if we think that your kid's doing things based on a spying software package that you didn't even know was there. And so that's kind of the gist of the article. The take-home message, of course, is, as we talked about on the supporter stream last night, if there is spy tracking computer on a device, then in reality, everyone needs to be aware of this. So that happens to be what's about there. Now, if you follow the trend of the news, and you know that the news tends to start okay and get worse and worse as it goes down, yeah, this article's crazy, and it's number 2. This is an interesting debate going on over at the Register. So there is apparently a debate series that they do in which different writers and experts, or quasi-experts, or in this case crazy lunatics, all decide that they're going to debate a topic and let's write on it. Well, this topic debate, this expert is suggesting that opt-out is the right approach for sharing your medical records with researchers. Now, we covered several articles like this in the past where you go into the hospital because whatever, you're like, just fix me, doctor, and then it turns around the hospitals are turning around giving all that health and medical data to Google. And Google's like, don't worry, we've de-anonymized it. People can just look everything up and find out who he is anyway. And so really the approach to this is very simple. Nobody ever should have their medical data shared unless they explicitly say it's okay. This is a direct violation of HIPAA here in the United States. Of course, the Register is a UK-based company, I think. Maybe it's United States. I can't remember. I know Guardian's UK. But really, we have this thing called HIPAA, which prevents your medical data from being shared. So how in the world is it possible for any hospital, doctor's office, or whatever else to share data with Google, or even to use Google services where Google's data can collect, store, harvest, sort, analyze, and do anything else with data? In a lot of cases, these hospitals These hospitals are sharing data as part of giant networks, and you don't even know about it. So your data could be in there. You just go in there for a sore throat or whatever else, and all of a sudden you're part of a medical study. Well, this moron over here who's writing at the Register says opt-out is the right choice. If you don't want your data shared, you should have to go into the hospital and say, don't give my data to anybody, because that's exactly what we think about when we got blood gushing out of our head. Okay? We go in, we're like, I'm bad enough to come to the hospital. I think I'm having a heart attack. Please don't share my data. Okay, what in the world are you talking about? And so, of course, he goes in about blah, 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 blah. We need to have the science. We need to have the data. The AI can help us. The AI is going to help us all. No, the AI is actually not your friend, okay? The AI is there to track and sort and figure you out and to make 0-1 pass-fail decisions on everything and leaving out the doctor in the decision. The AI is there to say, oh, this is what you have. And the doctor says, I don't think that's right. And the AI says, I'm the AI doctor, step aside. And it's like, no, we don't need that happening, guys. We don't need that happening. Okay, so this guy's arguing all for we need to have the medical, we need to collect all this data. The bigger the data samples we have, the better the AI can get, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, no, because, there was I think it was in Nature magazine, which is one of the more prestigious science journals. They did an article looking at AI in skin conditions. And what they found is that the AI for determining skin conditions is woefully inadequate. In fact, it misdiagnoses about 70-ish% of the time, mostly because of undersampling. Believe it or not, the same rash looks different on a white person's skin than it does on a black person's skin. I know some people would tell you that that means the disease itself is racist. No, it's just that melanin in the skin seems to cause appearance changes. Really, that's just what happens. And you could say, well, we just didn't have as much data. We could just give it way more stuff. No, that's actually not going to solve the problem, believe it or not. Well, speaking of medical research, we do have the first ever FDA cleared EKG and blood oxygen smartwatch. So now we have an official company to start collecting and sharing your medical data, probably without your consent, or you just waive off consent by agreeing to the terms of service that you have not even read. But this particular scan watch, it can detect breathing disturbances during the night. It will monitor your EKG, and of course, it's going to send all of this data to the company's servers so that you can share it with people you need. You can provide notices for emergency contacts. All this sounds amazing until you start realizing that, oh, this means I'm actually giving real-time, active, current medical data to a big company. And we all know that companies have integrity. Some of them do, but a lot of these big ones, they don't. There is one pharmaceutical company right now that is marking up Koofy drugs 4,000%. And all of the development of this drug was paid for with your tax dollars. I just don't trust medical companies. Maybe if we saw something that resembled integrity, I might. But as of right now, I just don't know. Well, anyway, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have affiliates today. We are highlighting Mint Mobile, tlm.li/mm. I do now have 2 cell phones because I am touring the country in a van, and one of them is simply a few dollar add-on to the massive internet package that I have to have for the van. The other one is actually my personal cell phone. The big name company that provides internet for the van is really expensive. Mint Mobile, I literally pay the same amount for 1 month on my big internet than I do for 1 year on Mint Mobile. I am actually paying $160 for the entire year on Mint Mobile. I have the 4 gigabyte plan. And so for $15 a month, and the more you buy in advance, the cheaper it gets. That's how I'm getting it down to $160. And then you can do 10, 15, and the unlimited. And the unlimited is about, I think it's like 35 gigabytes of data before it starts tearing things down. You can still use it, but it's a little bit slower. And their hotspots work universally, which is actually becoming a big selling point. So definitely have a look at Mint Mobile if you are in need of a cell phone or a change in carriers. TLM.li/MM. Now let's have a look at some security news. Alrighty. Let's see. You should be a voice actor. Ooh. Well, if anybody out there would like to hire me as a voice actor, I would probably talk to you. I did actually do all the different voices for the audiobook for my science fiction novel. That was actually hard. Tails, KeyPass XC is best for you. There you go. Good Lord, our host has lost the plot. Done and lost the plot. I know, right? Let's see. Just went, great. Just went to bed. Water pitcher fell off the table on the blanket. Uh-oh. Windows 11 is the main cause of all spying. There you go. No. Windows 10 started that. And then it backported to Windows 8 and 7, you know. Happy it wasn't the pitcher with the blueberry raspberry tea in it. What about the jabby operation system? Yeah, we're not talking about that. The jabby operation system went down, and a lot of people couldn't get verified for being jabbied. So a lot of people couldn't, like, it was like a bunch of people couldn't fly and stuff like that. I don't know. No need to spy on kids' computer usages to see bullying. Open their eyes. Yeah, I know. The teachers need to open their eyes. Absolutely. When I was a kid, bullying was so bloody. Obviously, teachers were usually just the morons and didn't care. Yeah, I mean, give the bully a good old kick to the nards, and he'll generally leave you alone. Of course, if it's some tranny who's chopped them all off or never had one to begin with, that's a different story. But you know, it's KeyPass. KeyPass? Did I say KeyPack? KeyPass XC. Always be opt-in. Always. Yep, they're trying to push this medical data stuff in the UK. So many people have opted out. They've postponed the rollout, but I expect they will try again in stealth mode. Yep. Wow, Facebook labels posts about preparedness or self-reliance as extremists. Yes, indeed they do. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. Yep. If you told a teacher you were a tattletale and you should stand up for yourself. I know, right? Yeah. That's the thing. Go solve the problem yourself. All right, fine. You can't solve problems like that. Well, I went and talked to the adult. Don't tell a kid in this generation to solve the problem himself. They come up with weird solutions. I mean, we had enough respect in our school, and I was that little kid that was bullied. We had enough respect in our school. I had a little kid with glasses and stuff, all this kind of stuff. And they had so much respect. The kid wanted to fight me. I didn't want to fight him. His friend took my glasses so that the glasses would not be broken in the fight. And then his friend wished he didn't take his glasses because I kicked the little kid's butt, even though I was really tiny. For some weird reason, I don't believe in reincarnation, but I think I was a ninja in the past life. I've actually busted out into like solid karate moves spontaneously. One time, this huge 8th grade, I was a little tiny kid. I'm in 6th grade. We're skipping the last 5 minutes of lunch. We're rebellious little kids getting in the bathroom, hanging out, snuck out of lunch. And these 8th graders come in. They're big. They're like 1.5 feet taller than me. The kid pushes me over. I grab him and drag and flipped him into the wall. I've never seen 2 8th graders run away from 2 6th graders so fast in my life. Okay, and this other kid, he threw one punch. I grabbed his hand and bent his all fingers back, and he's like, ah! He goes running off, and the kid gingerly set my glasses down so I could find them and told me where they were. They ran off. That's how it used to be. There wasn't deep aura of respect. Nowadays, you turn your back and they'll club you over the head with something because nobody has any respect to morality or decency. Believe it or not, you can get into a fight with morality at some point in time, But we got problems. What? Blood auction smartwatch? I know, right? Love these whack in frame. I know, right? Might be sprung by the 5th. Let's see. None of the ideas smart this, smart that. Not everything needs to be smart. I know, right? Let's see. It looks like my employer is going to lose 30 to 50% of the workforce. Absolutely no overtime for sure. Not profiting on this. Mint Mobile only available in U.S. and overseas. Yeah, sadly, I think it is. To go back to a slightly stronger dose of gabapentin. Oh. Petrock, greetings, hello. I was asked to do a voiceover for a mad scientist role. I was deemed to be too demented for the role. Nice! Mint Mobile actually seems like a good price. Probably need to switch, and my custom ROM uses way less data. Yeah, it's my custom ROM. I'm using Lineage, and I think I might have tested it on... what's the other one I have? Resurrection. I have Resurrection as well. I once broke a couple of noses in class. Get them to leave me alone, yeah. Do you believe in aliens? Reincarnation is real. I'm going to disagree with you on that. I'm a Christian. We are born, we live our life, and then comes judgment. That's what I believe. Aliens? There's some complicated factors about aliens. I'm going to, my inclination says no. But I'm open for debate. I'm open for debate on that. Anyway. Well, let's go ahead and jump on over into some security news. Let's go ahead and we'll do security, and then we will do robots right into the same one. So I only have one extra video after that. So first up in security, zero-day hunters seek laws to prevent vendors from suing them for helping them do their job. So what's happening here is many times these days, a ethical hacker finds an exploit, and then they tell the organization, and the organization responds with threats of lawsuits and stuff like this. I mean, I'll tell you, if I was an ethical hacker and I found a vulnerability and I tell you about it, I'm like, Mah! I'd just turn around and sell it to hackers. They're at least going to pay you something for it. Like, all right, I told you. And so what they're trying to do here is the Cybersecurity Advisors Network, Paraspace body that represents InfoSec pros, has created a new working group to advocate for legislation that stops vendors from suing when security researchers show them zero-day bugs. And this is a reality. Like, anybody who's shown a zero-day bug should be graciously happy about it, that it was an ethical hacker that found it rather than somebody using service, malware as a service business model, because the ethical hacker is going to disclose it to you appropriately. They're going to keep it a secret. And frankly, if you have a bug bounty program, hey, that's the factor. But the fact of the matter is that many companies are not. And then the problem here is that if a company does have a breach and they don't disclose it, it raises way more problems. Even if they have a breach and they do disclose it, it also raises a lot of concerns and suspicions within the company. And so we have a lot of factors here in line. So it is kind of neat to see an advocacy board for this. I don't know a lot about it to say. I really completely hope they do it. I don't know, maybe they're crazy, but at least we do need to have something in place to protect the ethical hackers who are simply trying to keep data safe, because that's a good thing we need. If the ethical hackers go away, all we're left with is the bad people. It's the same exact argument. If you take all of the firearms away from the lawful people, the only people left with them are the unlawful people. Just a thought. Just saying. All right, Visible confirms account breaches. It took me a while to figure out what are we talking about. So Visible is a Verizon-owned carrier. It's not quite an NMV, well, whatever that thing is. Like Mint Mobile, it's NVMO. There you go. NVMO, I think it is. It's not an NVMO. It's a slightly separate part. It's still Verizon, owned by Verizon, but selling service under a different name. I think it might actually be a subsidiary company providing low cost. So a lot of the cell carriers are getting kickbacks for having lower costings for impoverished people. So part of the government programs to provide cell phones for impoverished people. I think that's probably what Visible is. And apparently they had a data breach, and it appears, according to the data here and what they're saying, is they think it's a cred stuffing. So credential stuffing is when you're using the same logins and passwords across multiple devices. And I gotta say, I would say that probably poor people would be more inclined to do that than people who have a better handle on life, in all honesty, just because of the amount of them that I've worked with over my life. They tend to not take things like security as serious as they could. And so I could see that being a valid point, but people were able to get into accounts, buy new phones, switch addresses, and basically steal somebody's number. Now, it does not appear as though there was an actual data breach here. That's why they think it's credential stuffing from other data that had leaked out. So, any case, make sure that you have make sure that you are using different passwords on things. Now, some people are doubting that it was a credential stuffing. Mostly, I think, because of the PIN numbers, because PIN numbers were required, and that's not something that would typically leak out in a data breach. And so this is kind of what was going on over at Visible. And finally, Apple defends not allowing apps outside the App Store by detailing Android malware problems. I'm going to take serious umbrage with this headline. Here's the reason. If you look at the amount of malware in the Google Play Store, which is the Google equivalent of the Apple Store, that's where all your malware is. We report on all that kind of stuff on the news. And we can't go a week or two without seeing, a new Trojan was found in 100,000 apps. 5 million downloads, all from the Google Play Store. Google Play Store has a problem. But if you're sideloading apps from places like F-Droid and numerous other very safe markets, these markets are safer than the Play Store. So these sideloaded apps in Google are more often safer than the Play Store. Apple does not have a leg to stand on, although I don't think anyone's going to pull out and be like, hey, all of the malware is actually in the Play Store, which is Google's equivalent to the Apple Store. Just saying. And some malware has actually been found in the Apple Store too. So, you allow people to sideload the apps. They can get their apps individually audited. So like every app on F-Droid is independently audited by a security and tech firm. And they do a really good job to make sure everything is above board. And they provide checksums to make sure you're downloading the correct app. These are good things. And this is why Apple needs to sideload apps. But they're still fighting against this. This was one of the things the EU regulators said. They're still fighting against it. But they're saying, there's so many apps in Android. Yeah, the problem is those Android malware is not things people are sideloading by and far. Most of the people that would sideload something on an Android device know enough to look for malware. They're not going online. But if you get somebody that's like, I'm not going to go to F-Droid, that must be full of malware. Play Store, Play Store, Play Store, Play Store, and then wonder why their phone has Trojans all over it. Thing's got so many Trojans it can have safe sex. I mean, really. Oh, Lordy. Oh, boy. Well, let's go ahead and have a look at some robotic news, shall we? First up in robotic news, somebody generated an AI to help train robots. So this is only partially effective. What they did is they're basically programming all these little spot dogs into this giant AI-based computer program algorithm, and then they're taking the algorithm information and feeding this back in as a way to train the AI inside of the robots without actually having to put them through it. This is kind of like what some people are experimenting with in the psychological tech realm with trying to implant memories into people's heads. Yes, it's actually happening, as frightening as that may sound. And so what they're doing here is they have created a computer-generated obstacle course. They feed a whole bunch of robots into it. They allow it to run, and then they feed the script back into the AI of the robot to help train them. And it does a decent job with the more with the more coarse portions of the course, but the fine portions of the course they have a problem with. So here is what this guy is going to look like. So they're basically training these guys to walk like this. Can you just imagine, like, this is what our world's going to look like if we don't rein in all of these robots and stuff. That's, yeah. So here's the guys on steps, going up, going down. The kings on the pyramids. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look at this. This is going to be us. We're going to be little slaves to the AI robotic dogs. Oh, Lord. There they are. They're going up. They're going down. And they said here that this was, it worked for the basic stuff, but they still need to put the robots in real world scenarios. Of course, oh, come on up the steps, Spot. Come on, Spot. Come on, Spot. Now, you say that, I mean, come on. These things have fun applications. Why not? Well, the problem is that these dogs, if you don't do what they want, you will comply. Because this company has actually mounted assault rifles on the back of Spot the dog. I'm not sure if this is Spot the dog. It's another competing company. So this is the Warzone. And I heard, did not confirm these sources, but I heard that this is something that is being looked at and purchased by the government right now, if that makes you frightening. Robot dogs have been met with equal parts fascination and fear by the public, but their utility for military applications is becoming undeniable. So they're literally mounting machine guns on this thing, the sword. How exciting. Ghost Robotics is the name of the company. So Ghost Robotics and Sword International have teamed up. I think Sword is the company that sells the gun, and Ghost Robotics creates the dog thing. They've teamed up to create a rifle-touting robot dog called the Special Purpose Unmanned Rifle, or the SPUR. It adds a 6.5 millimeter Creedmoor rifle from Sword to one of the Ghost Robotics quadrupedal, I got it, unmanned grouped vehicles, QUGVs. So Spur made the debut on the flow shore, on the show. Wow, I can't talk today. Apparently I have picked up a case of dyslexia. Let me try that again. The Spur made its debut on the show floor of the Association's the U.S. Army's main annual convention in Washington, which opened up yesterday. Ghost Robotics has partnered with a number of other companies to explore defense and security applications, among others, for its QUGVs, which you can read more about in past Warzone feature. Appears to be the first example of one of these unmanned systems with an actual weapon mounted on it. So here you go. Here's the weapon. You must comply. You must comply. Lethal semi-autonomous quadrupedal unmanned group vehicle, a.k.a. robot dog with a sniper payload from Sword End. Yeah, Sword International MK17 Mod 1 gun-ear rifle, which is chambered with a 6.5. So same thing there as in this. Okay, what's more terrifying? What's more terrifying? There we have it. And here is a little bit about you got little Spot the dog. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, let's give him attachments to be able to open stuff up. Let's just go ahead and do more. Oh, all right. We're going to look around. We got lights on. We got cameras. We can see what's going on. Ooh, we found somebody's drugs, apparently. And let's just go ahead and come over here and blow something up now, because here we go, guys. He's about to blow that thing up. Come on. Blow it up. Do it. There you go. And there we are. Houston, target destroyed. And there's a cool army guy controlling one of them. Oh, we only have one picture there. Well, that's lame. That's lame. And I gasped. Guys, we do not need to get used to this in society. No, this is bad. This is bad. They are mounting weapons on these things now. Well, if you'd like to help support Switch to Linux before the world blows up entirely, you can head on over to Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/switched-to-linux. You can join me over there. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time. Alrighty, we got business and Sillyville left to go. Alright, let's see. Back in my day, when someone was a bully, I'd find their weakness and secrets, and they reveal to all I was evil. Alright. Reincarnation is when you add the condensed milk twice. Yes, indeed. Reincarnation is when you add the condensed milk twice. That's right. Which Lineage OS would include the G-App sandboxing. I don't want G-Apps at all. That's why I like Lineage. Given there are so many stars out there, I think it'd be incredible, anthropocentric, and hubristic to assume we're the only species on the universe. Unless you believe that we are created by a all-powerful God, particularly knowing the odds and statistics and things like that. But again, I'm open for debate on those matters because, hey, maybe he has multiple civilizations going in different places and he's not going to let any of them get out. Are there aliens? Will they get here? Like I said, I'm open for debate on it. That's a big thing. Dan, how's it going there? But porting a ROM for that specific phone is a bit tricky. What phone are we talking about? All right. Far more likely than the contrary. T-Mobile suffered the largest data breach, possibly losing a lot of customers who are switching to Verizon or AT&T. Yeah, except Verizon and AT&T have also had problems. Oh, come on, man. Use words I can understand. All right. Let a few vendors know about the problems with their site. One or two thanked me enough to give me free power supply for a year or two. Thank God it wasn't Gigabyte. How am I supposed to know which words you know? Go F-Droid. All right. Basically, many stars plus we exist equals insanely high chance of more life out there. Thus a high chance for intelligent life. Well, there is a small problem with your formula, and that is that you would have to have another planet with the exact same composition within the exact, what they would call it, the life ring. There's a specific scientific term. I forget what it is. But there's a range a planet can be from the sun to support life, and you'd have to have another planet. So, well, yes, there are a lot of different stars. Not all stars have similar solar systems around them. Not all those solar systems are made of the same things. So there are challenges to that, but yeah, it's an argument for sure. I just don't think it fits into to the meaning of life, as it were, would be defined by a Christian. I'm going to use this common sense and think of which apps I need to use for me to use for the Google Play Store. Feel the amount of downloads for the app is a lie. We have an aliens, reincarnation, and Jesus. Just not one or the other for me. Okay. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's intelligent. Look at the mess we make. Yeah, if you're talking about finding intelligent life, I don't think we found it on Earth either. Have you seen what's going on out there these days? Google Play Store has a number of apps that are so outdated that Fred Flintstone complained about non-support. Oh, yikes. Yeah, I agree. AI scares the hell out of me. iRobot anymore? Yeah, I know, right? Good doggy. Good doggy. I'm going to mount an assault rifle on my cats. That would just be epic. Can you imagine those as seeing eye dogs? Yeah. Oh God, a robot with a gun. Disconcerting. Yes. Don't let the fact that it looks like a little cute little puppy dog offset you. No. I want to know what happens when they pee on a lamppost. It melts, of course. They pee acid. Come on. You got to have the robotic dog pee acid. Could pee their way through a barbed wire fence. The mutts from the Hunger Games. Ooh, yeah. So the government is depending on the robot dogs where they can hack. Yeah. Oh my, woof bang. Get some logs under it and a guy dressed as an Ewok to ride it. Nice. Robot dogs unlocking doors and breaking into people's houses. Creepy, yeah. They're gonna be mounted with hypodermic needles. They're coming for us all. AI dogs can now replace human police crews. Yeah. AOC has one good claim. She actually did get the dogs banned from the New York City Police Department. So for all the people out there saying AOC is just crazy and lunatic, well, she is, but she did something positive. I mean, come on. Buy or not? Confusing. I'm like, come on. Drum roll for life. We do 2 videos. They're released. One of them is released tonight. One of them is released on Sunday. Come on. Thought you'd be used to this by now. All right. Windows 11 is getting worse on AMD. Yes, I did see that. Tom, maybe you can write another 20 science fiction book. I would love to write more science fiction books. I have my next Kings of All Creation series book ready to write, and I have not had the time. So hopefully soon. Next, I'll turn some of those robo-dogs into IEDs, probably. Missed most of this again. Watch the van vid. All right. Aliens? I think I just sat on one. Good eye, mate. Yes. See, I have to promote the idea that there are not aliens because I am one. You guys are forgetting. Habitable zone. That's it. Thank you much. Goldilocks zone. There you go. Goldilocks zone. I think habitable zone is the technical term. Well, more technical term than what I used. The ring of fire. No, the ring of... Wait, the ring of what? Oh boy. We have Anna Rita and Sleepy Eyes Vince. Are we going to be talking about bikinis again? I mean, come on. Eventually we'll have robot bugs with spy cameras. Yeah, it's like the spiders from Minority Report, you know. High chance that aliens are so far apart we will never know about each other. Given sheer number of stars, existing evidence. Guess what I'm... that's the thong talk. It's the thong talk. There's not intelligent life here. No, there's not. There is intelligent life up on Alpha Centauri. That's where I hang out all the time. But guys, I mean, I have to say these things I say about aliens because I am a reptilian alien. And Moonbase Alpha Grays is my gray friend. So yes, there are 2 species of aliens. We have documented the entirety of the solar system. There are reptilian aliens and there are grays. I mean, Sleepy Eyes Vince, green Speedo with flip-flops. I do not want to think about Vince wearing a Speedo and flip-flops. Hannah Rita, stop it. Okay. You miss Orange Man, Bob, but you'll behave. All right. In which case, those books are often reinterpreted. Yeah, it's like someone should remind a lot of these world leaders that things like 1984 and Fahrenheit 451, these were warnings, not field manuals, okay? He called it. Thanks for all the help in converting you to Linux. Well, you are welcome, Robin. Thank you for the super chat. Female dog. AOC is not evil. She's simply a puppet. I will agree. I will agree. I'm not. She has the competency to be evil. I mean, when we're talking about an elected congresswoman who doesn't know what a garbage disposal is, our country is in bad shape. Okay. Got rid of all the dogs in New York City. They sent AOC to New Jersey. Well, it was the robo dogs. So the New York City Police Department purchased one of the dogs to do police work around, and AOC's like, not in my district, you're not. And so she actually fought and got them to stop using the dogs. Aliens are already here. It's the only explanation for tofu. Yes, we did bring tofu. No, don't send me a pic, Sleepy. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. No. We better get the business news or we're going to be late. Oh boy. All right. I got a kitty right next to me here. Kitty, we're doing business news, and then we're going to feed you. Well, we're going to do business news, and then another round of comments, and then we're going to do Sillyville news, and then you'll get kitty treats. All right, let's go ahead and get jumping on into business. Welcome back to Switch to Linux with the business edition of the Weekly News Roundup. We will also have some Sillyville. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to catch the show live. Well, today, Tesla delays the full self-driving rollout, citing its last-minute concerns. I have a friend with a Tesla now, and like, isn't it so cool? I'm like, I don't want to go near that thing. Do you know how many spy cameras, microphones, and other crap in a perpetual internet connection? It's all, no. It's just bad. Just stay away. I always get concerned when I see them. I mean, I was following one the other day, and I was just half expecting to just veer off right into the middle lane. Fortunately, there were no police cars nearby for it to crash into right in front of me either, but we'll see what happens. So, citing some last-minute concerns, they delayed it. As of now, though, they have actually rolled that out. They were supposed to roll those out October 8th to qualifying people. And those people, they're rolling out to cars with a 100 out of 100 safety score for over 100 miles. So as of now, they have started to roll these out. So let's see. He finds about 1,000 owners with perfect scores. Rollouts will be held for several days. See how it goes. That looks good. Beta will gradually begin to roll out to 99 scores and below. So release is likely Sunday or Monday, and they have actually finally released it. So about 1,000 Tesla owners have the ability to have full self-driving cars. I really wish that we, as the rest of the population, would know who these people are and where these people are, at least where these people are, so we can stay off of the road. Because they are literally releasing beta test software for full self-driving vehicles into cars with with no engineers. No. Politicians, wake up. Ban this crap. Keep it off of our public streets. They cannot even manage their not even level 5 stuff properly. I can only imagine how many problems we're going to see. Well, Bird is testing scooters that sound alarms and automatically stop when traveling on sidewalks. This is one of the biggest concerns a lot of cities had with all of these scooters. You can go in and rent your scooter with your app. Yay! I want to be a perpetual full-tracked normie, and so you're using your app to buy your scooter, but a lot of cities ran into problems with scooters were running people over, they were cluttering up sidewalks, and all these types of things. So now the scooters are embedded with a lot of GPS tracking. They're embedded, they were trying to do like cameras and LiDARs and things like that, but they were all getting stolen. Now what they've done is they've done GPS tracking of the whole area, and then they're uploading those to the device, and so that the device can access GPS down to like less than a meter. I think it's like 0.7 meter if I remember correctly from the article. And then what they're doing with it is the vehicle will simply start being really annoying and stop functioning altogether if you're actually riding it on the sidewalk. So you are now forced to ride in the middle of the streets with the scooters. So that sounds safe. But anyway, at least it's keeping the pedestrians safe, and hopefully will solve some of the biggest problems that the cities have had with these devices. Well, our last business article for the day, Best Buy is now making PlayStation 5s available, but only if you are enrolled in the brand new $200 a year membership deal. Now, if this is a membership deal, we covered this when it first came out. If it's something that you would use, it's actually a really good deal. But the fact that they're locking the PlayStations behind the memberships is kind of problematic. I will expect maybe a little bit of backlash, but the reality is this thing, I am not a customer, but it does come with Apple Care, which Apple Care alone is $200. It comes with the ability to have the Best Buy techs help you with anything in your house. Tech related, even if you did not buy it at Best Buy. It comes with some additional discounts and some extra things. Now, some people, of course, are saying is it VIP status or is it scalping fees? Because some people, they're like, I don't really care. I just want to buy a PlayStation, are now being charged $200 more for a PlayStation. This is some interesting questions. So it'll be interesting to see what the backlash is of this, if they go along with it and stuff like that. But with that being said, though, I don't know. What are your thoughts? I'm kind of on the fence. I think that if they have PlayStations in, they should sell them first come, first serve like anybody else. And asking people to join a $200 a year membership sounds like you're scalping people. And it would not surprise me if they get sued on that argument by somebody down the road. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. Today we are highlighting Linode. If you use our affiliate link, tlm.li/Linode, you'll receive $100 in credit, good for 60 days. You can spin up all sorts of Linodes. I use this to host websites. I use it for Nextcloud. I use it for a VPN. And you can do media servers, a whole bunch of cool stuff you can do with Linode. And so with these in mind, you can go ahead and use the affiliate link there if you're in need of cloud-based computing and services, tlm.li/Linode. Let's go to Sillyville. Alrighty. What do we got? We got 4 Sillyville articles. Alright. Let's see here. No. Are you okay? The cat literally just fell off the stool. Come here, buddy. Come on. You okay? This cat is so dumb. He actually rolled over to show me his belly, and he fell off the stool we're sitting on. You are dumb. You know that? Yes, you're dumb. But I love you. Yes. You're a dummy. He's like, derp. Where's the kitty cam when I need it? Is Vince trying to make me blind and have nightmares? Yes. Blind and nightmares. Send it. I dare you. Nobody needs to see it. No. If I check my email, Vince, and it's there, oh, man. Little Debbie is going to release a Christmas tree cake ice cream in November. It will be a Walmart exclusive. Are they going to be able to ship it to the store? Little Debbie. Dan, you're making me want to eat my Little Debbie cakes up there now. Stop it. Vince, I wonder, no wonder I love you for a reason. You're evil like me. Who's the guy who says, cameras will take you to the scene of the crash. All right. So the thing now, people record videos live in their streams. Yes. Yeah, because I'm streaming at 720p for saving internet reasons. And then what I do is I record the stream in a higher resolution. And then if there's any edits that need to be done, I'll go ahead and drop those in. And then I will release those on Friday and on Sunday. Not sure I want self-driving software to have any word of beta in it. I know, right? Not on public roads anyway. Fact, electric cars accelerate faster than regular cars. I don't know. It would depend on the engine of the car. I am going to guess that a Ferrari is going to accelerate faster than a Tesla. Just a thought. Vince, anything beta is dangerous. Yeah, I mean, hey, beta, when it's not barreling down the interstate at 85 miles an hour with a bunch of other people who are not expecting test software on the road, that's dangerous. You know. Any way to have ext4 external hard drive have its partition not have an owner so anyone can use it on any computer? I do not know the answer to that. Yeah, you can set permissions to be rewrite for everybody. I know you can do that. Yes. Best Buy is like Game Loft locking PS5 and paywall. Sell a PlayStation 5 alone. Why charge more? Yeah, I don't know. Toying around with the idea of running KDE Neon and Q4 OS alongside Arch, with Q4 OS using Windows theme and on Plasma and Trinity. But he still landed on his feet. This cat does not always land on his feet. I'm not sure if he did or not. Sometimes he does. No, this cat is dumb. But that's because he's not really a cat. He is an alien. So, you know, this guy is my handler. This guy, he looks like a cute little cat, but he's actually a space alien. He is a full-blood reptilian space alien. I'm a half-breed. I converted from human being into space alien. But this guy here he's legit. He's my handler. Right, buddy? Right. Yeah. He's just takes on a cat form. Impossible for cat to land anything other than its feet. Scientifically proven. Oh, no. You can, if you take a piece of buttered bread and tape it to the back of the cat, it floats because nature doesn't know what to do with that paradox. My wife will tell me, Anna, you're a goofball. Still, I love you. Ludicrous speed. That's right. Okay, drop a cat on its head too many times. Yeah, I haven't dropped the cat on its head. No. All right, kitty, it's time for Sillyville, buddy. I need you to sit over here. Please don't fall off again. You're going to make me laugh in the middle of Sillyville. So first up, we have an update. William Shatner goes to space and safely returns. Of course, this is fake news. Babylon Bee reported what really happened. William Shatner went to space, and due to some time warp and alternate universe, Star Trek crew came back. Just saying. But regardless, he did actually go to space. The ship was delayed a little bit, and then what ended up happening is it caused a whole lot of people to say, why in the world are we doing this? Because Blue Origin sending William Shatner to space is mostly marvelous or marketing. Yeah, it's pretty much marketing. This is all a whole bunch of guys. I mean, you just look at the shape of the rocket. I don't think we have a picture of the rocket over here. But if you just look at the shape of the rocket, you know exactly what's going on here. You got these multi-billionaires sitting here going, let's all race each other to space and then charge people millions of dollars. Yeah, for going to space. Let's all go to space. So much for climate change, right? I mean, I thought the people were causing all sorts of huge problems, emitting all of these greenhouse gases. We gotta save the planet. We're all gonna die, guys. We're all gonna die. So let's just spend billions of dollars, spend billions of pounds, probably millions of pounds of rocket fuel to send a actor to space for a publicity stunt. On the topic of keeping the world around with climate change, Facebook is really trying hard to stop the sale of Amazon rainforest. No, this is not Amazon, the company. This is the Amazon rainforest. Plots of the Amazon rainforest keep showing up on Facebook Marketplace. Gotta solve them climate change problems. And so, yeah, didn't know you could sell it? No, neither did I. And actually, technically, you're not supposed to. But Facebook is now trying to have some, they're trying to stop all the sale of stuff, but it may or may not be happening very well. Anyway, not much more to say about that. Just gotta save the planet. Well, this Navy engineer gets arrested for selling submarine sandwich hidden inside of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So, if you're trying to sell military secrets, guys, PB&J is not what people want. You gotta slide it under the avocado on avocado toast. This is 2021. Really? Avocado toast, not PB&J. Okay? All right. So the Navy engineer, what he did is he's like, apparently he's stupid. And he's like, I'm a Navy engineer. And then he emailed somebody that he thought, you know, the head of state of some competing nation. He's like, hey, I got some information on nuclear subs. Do you want it? The guy's like, sure. Offers $100,000 in cryptocurrency, gives him $10,000 of Monero as a sign of good faith. A week later, him and his 45-year-old wife agreed to travel to West Virginia to a drop site to exchange classified data hidden within a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And whoopsie, he was trading it for the feds. I wonder if the feds actually planted the idea in his head. They were trying to implant these memory ideas. Did you remember that? I don't know. Let's go ahead and confirm. Did I remember to ask the guy? FBI paid him $20,000 for the transaction. Several more exchanges took place over the following months, including one in which he was given $70,000 after leaving an SD card in a chewing gum packet. The couple was arrested on October 9th and will appear in Martinsburg, West Virginia federal court on October 12th. They face charges of conspiracy to communicate restricted data and communicating restricted data as violations of the Atomic Energy Act. So there you go, guys. If you are pro-criminal tip, if you are trying to smuggle out data, don't use PB&J. PB&J is so 1980s. It's got to be avocado toast. And finally, our feature story, Acer launches a bacterial-resistant PC. Oh, bacterial resistant. That is nothing, guys. I don't care if my PC is bacterial resistant. My PC needs to be coof proof. If this PC does not resist the coof, I'm not interested. Bacteria, I can deal with that. We got antibiotics. We got hand sanitizer. But the coof will kill us all. So they do have an antimicrobial portfolio. I have no idea why. Basically, it's going to resist microbes growing on it. That means it fights disease-causing things you can't see. Thank you, Ars Technica. Although I'm pretty sure that the average intellectual capacity of their audience is fairly low. I'm fairly convinced. Acer claims its antimicrobial 360 design as it brands the feature fights germs in 2 ways. First, high-touch surfaces, such as the chassis, exterior and hinge, the keyboard and touchpad, and fingerprint reader are coated with silver ion agent. For years, researchers pointed to silver ion's ability to fight bacteria. As a more recent report published, ACS Applied Biomaterials explains they can readily absorb to most biomolecules, DNA, membrane proteins, enzymes, and extracellular factors in bacteria to inactivate their functions. Acer's silver ion agent is compliant with regulations from Environmental Protection Agency and the Biocide Product Regulation. It can cut the bacterial count to 1,000 after a 99% reduction based on the studies. So there we have it. Acer is now releasing a coof-proof PC. Actually, it's antimicrobial, but if it happens to be coof-proof, that would be infinitely better. Come on, guys. We need to save the world. One coof-proof PC at a time. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Patreon page, patreon.com/TOMM. We will add the van channel to this eventually as well. But anyway, you can jump on over here and help support us over there. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. All right, American Legend, another super chat come through. Love my brother in Christ. Happy you're living your dream in van life. All right, all right. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Get a new laptop with at least 1 terabyte SSD. I'll probably 3-way boot. Captain Kirk went to space and Shatnered himself. There you go. Inspired a lot of people. Shatner performed a torture test by starting a sing-along. Uh-oh. Time to buy my Raspberry Pi, I suppose. There you go. Should I do the 4 gigabyte or the 8 gigabyte model? I would do the 8. I have how many 4s? I think I have 2 4s and I have an 8. I actually use the 8 for my primary work computer. Actually, it is strong enough to do that. So definitely. Space is future. We need to colonize the planet. So yeah, getting rich people interested in space is a good start. We won't go anywhere if there isn't money in it. I'm sorry, we are not going to colonize planets. Our intelligence curve has gone way down. We can't build buildings that are competent anymore. So yeah, not sure what to do with the 8 gig because it costs more. Do you really need it? I mean, really the cost difference is like $20. Usage case is for cloud workstation with shells or Linode. Is that PB&J end-to-end encrypted? Yes, it was end-to-end encrypted PB&J. Send fake money. All right. COVID-19 proof PCs, the coof, the cough. Yeah. Acer runs Micros Soft, the biggest virus world's ever known. I know, right? Just can't. Secure sausage layer. Nice. PC will not get the coof. Let's see. Waterproof laptop would be better. Probably. Isn't Koofy a virus, not a bacteria? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But antibacterial or antimicrobial PC does not sound nearly as good as having a coof-proof PC. Come on, guys. We need to have the coof-proof PC. Need more heat-proof PCs to fight climate change. There you go. Give us a let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon! Yeah, absolutely. Do the 8 gig. Could really save some major. Yeah, in the future, yeah. Always arrive late. All DT, glad you're here, even though if you're late. All right. You have, if you have, yeah, that lasting longer than 4 weeks, a career in architecture is in your future. Oh! was bad. Found that you can actually run Easy MP3 again natively in Linux without Wine, but it is a snap package must be launched in the terminal. If you really need it, that's, maybe it's a compromise. I don't know. Sure hope you're wrong, or else we're screwed. Otherwise, we move into some sort of space station. Our sun will die eventually, or an asteroid will screw us over. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, let's go have a look over at the kitty cam. Right now, the kitties are not up there, but I will tempt the kitties up there, and we shall tempt thy kitties. Oh, kitties. Kitties. Come on. Come on up. You guys gotta come up. You gotta come up. Come on. Come on up. You gotta come up. Come on. Nope, they're all up here. They're just not cooperating today. Come on. Come on. It's up here. All right, I'm just gonna have to pick him up because he's being an idiot. There you go, buddy. All right. Yeah, I think the kitty just got confused because I have the bench that they jump onto a little bit slid out further from where they usually are at. Let's see. Like the kitty cam idea. I know, the kitty. Kitty says nope. Not cooperating because you teased him when he fell. I know. I'm just such a mean owner. You caught me. I really pushed him off. No, I didn't push him off. I think cats went on strike. They demand more treats. No, sorry. They will fail their negotiations. Our contract's negotiated for the next 10 years. They do not get a chance to renegotiate now. Kitty said he will not be exploited for YouTube views, then he sees food. Well, that's his contract. His contract is to come up for the YouTube views. That is what he gets paid for. He gets paid in kitty treats. You guys realize he does not get kitty treats except on live streams. That's it. He doesn't get kitty treats any other time. Hair was starting to get long anyway, so now no harm done. Oh yeah. I heard that your the new Ubuntu caused you to lose your hair. Yeah, too bad. So sad. I'm not gonna be able to get used to you being bald. All right, guys, we're going to jump off for now. It looks like all the kitties have left me. The kitties have left the building. All right, let's come back here then. All right, guys, we will catch you guys later. Again, no video tomorrow, and we should be back Monday. I will try and have that Ubuntu video on Monday, but we'll see what happens. We will see you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and see you next time.